Fellow auto detailers, welcome to the show that features interviews with today's most successful auto detailers. This is the Auto Detailing Podcast. Here's your host, Jimbo Balaam.
This week's sponsor for the Auto Detailing Podcast is Google AdWords for the modern auto detailing business at autodetailingpodcast.com/Google. If you're looking to take your business to the next level, or maybe you're just starting your detailing business and your website doesn't quite rank high enough in a Google search for keywords like auto detailing and the such like, you're going to want to head over to autodetailingpodcast.com/Google. Because I'm going to show you exactly how to get your site to rank higher in Google searching, how to put, honestly, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in your pocket every single month in addition to what you're already making. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money to do paid advertising. For as little as $40, one student made over $1,000. How about, do you have $3 extra per day that you could be using for advertising expense? With $3 a day, I had another student net over $1,300 one month. That means he spent maybe $90 in ad spend for the whole month and made $1,300. I think that's an investment that we would all make. So head on over to autodetailingpodcast.com/Google. Get that training done today and seriously take your business to the next level. That's autodetailingpodcast.com/Google. We'll see you on the inside. What's up, guys? It's Jimbo with the Auto Detailing Podcast, coming back for another episode from the mobile recording studio. Hey, I want to give you guys a quick shout out and a big thank you to all the people that reached out and listened to the coding episode and who just shot me a quick Facebook message, wrote a comment, whatever, and just told me if you enjoyed it, where you saw that there could be improvement, where I was maybe wrong, or maybe not even wrong, but maybe where we didn't quite agree. And I just want to tell you, I welcomed all of that. It took a lot for me to put that out there and to talk about it, but I more than welcomed all the comments, all the feedback. Of course, I appreciated the ones where people told me I was awesome and agreed more, but hey, I think we'd all like that. But no, honestly, I welcomed everyone's opinion. And honestly, there was probably 5 or 6 ideas or thoughts on codings that I honestly didn't even think of. So it was a big learning experiment for me as well. So if you haven't checked out that episode, I encourage you. That's episode 220. The previous episode released to that, all about codings. And hey, if you're listening to it after this and you still have a comment or feedback you want to leave, please feel free to do so. Write me a Facebook message or a comment. That'd be great. Today, I thought I'd continue right along with controversial topics, or topics that some guys don't like to talk about, or talk about but kind of bag on, and that's fillers. Or products that may or may not, depending on who you're talking to, have fillers. Now, I understand, and this is the caveat, and I want everyone to listen, is that products with fillers are not always suitable for the client. They're not always suitable for the situation or the car. There are many many situations where you're going to want a product that doesn't fill, that actually does get rid of defects, that does actually do a correction. Coatings, for example, if you're going to be laying down a coating, why not bring those back up? If you're going to be laying down a coating, you don't want to be laying down a coating on top of a product that is filling the paint or filling in the defects. However, if you're doing production cars or dealer work, which, again, I know a lot of guys shun and say they're too good for, and that's okay. It depends on what your business model is. But if you're doing dealer cars, hey, a product with filler would probably be good, because what is the end goal for your client, being the dealer? To get the car sold, right? So they want the car done as quick as possible for as least amount of money as possible, looking the best possible. That's one situation that I think it would look good. What about a client that is getting ready to sell a car? They want the car, again, same as the dealer, looked as good as possible, as new as possible, as cheap as possible. Usually, not always, usually. Or what about a client that wants their car looking really, really good, but is on a really, really tight budget? Instead of you as the detailer losing out on that money, why not capitalize on that by using a product that that may or may not, caveat there, may or may not, use fillers to help fill in some of the defects? How about your own personal car? No, not my own personal car. But if you're busy and you know what, your car's not looking in tip-top shape, or you're getting it ready for a car show or a car rally or a car meet and greet, and you want to do a quick once-over, why not utilize a product that has some fillers? Where people will argue is that most products with fillers will wash away within 1 to 2 washes. Now, I will tell you, one product that may or may not have fillers, again, depending on who you're asking, that I love, and it's my favorite AIO, for those of you that like abbreviations, or all-in-one, that, again, according to who you talk to, may or may not have fillers. And to the extent of how many fillers there are is subjective, and if you want to research that and you want to nerd out on that, that's cool. Check out the MSDS, talk to people, do whatever you got to do. But my favorite is HD Speed. HD Speed. Love that stuff. What do I love about it? It can be used on a rotary with a wool pad. Now, I don't know if it says this exactly on the bottle, but I will tell you how I've used it and how I've had great success with it. And again, why I personally love it and utilize it quite a bit within my business. It can be used on a rotary with a wool or foam pad. And I've done heavy correction, or I guess correction would be subjective in this case, but how about this? The paint was severely oxidized, and then it wasn't after using HD Speed. And I'm sure there are some of you that know a lot more about HD Speed and the chemical makeup of what makes HD Speed, but I personally don't. I just know that it frickin' works. So that's kind of my filter, is if it frickin' works, I'm in. So, and again, this is situational and case by case. But again, used it on a rotary with wool and foam, works phenomenal, finishes out really nice. It's the all-in-one, one step. I've used it on a DA with a foam pad, microfiber pad, any kind of pad combo. I've used it with a cutting pad, a finishing pad, a waxing pad. I've used it on pretty much any combination you could think of. No, I haven't tried felt or rayon or anything like that. But basically any foam pad, any wool pad, I've tried it with fantastic results. And it can be used in direct sun. Again, as a mobile detailer, sometimes I can't get 100% shade, so I'm looking for a product that can be used in direct sun. Now, I know that it can be argued if there's long work times and it can be used in direct sun, that some of the chemicals, the chemical makeup of that may be cheaper materials and not as good materials for you. But honestly, I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I don't know that much about the chemical genetic makeup. However, it freaking works, and it works really dang good. So if you are looking for a new all-in-one, or if you're looking for that step in the price point standpoint of where a customer doesn't want a full correction, maybe doesn't even need a full correction, but is just looking for a quick, glossier, swirl-free finish. Oh, by the way, leaves behind a little coat of wax that I've tested up to 6 months and still got beating. So, hey, again, that's subjective to weather conditions, climate, all that good stuff, but I've gotten quite a bit good durability without even topping HD Speed with anything. So literally washing, buffing the car, wiping it away, and doing nothing else, and I've got beads after 6 months. Also, what else do I want to talk about HD Speed? I think that's about it. I would encourage you to at least try it. Again, according to who you talk to, it may or may not have as many fillers as you think. But again, it's situational and may not matter. In fact, I read on Facebook today that some guy made an extra $100 by upselling his client, or maybe not even upselling, but just informing his client that his paint could look better with a quick one-step polish. Made an extra $100. I mean, come on. And the client, I think, was just selling the car, just wanted it looking a little bit better. That's an extra. That could be hundreds of dollars each month that you're leaving on the table if you get caught up with there's fillers or no fillers, or you don't do that, or you don't do shady work. And I would argue that it's not shady work. If you're completely informing your client of what you're doing and you're not upselling it to something that it isn't, kind of the theme coming along with coatings, don't upsell on something that it isn't, I don't see why it would be an issue to use this product, especially HD Speed. I found the best price on the internet, and I wanted to link it up for you guys. So if you're interested in checking out HD Speed, I think you can get a bottle. The price I found is about $14. So just go to autodetailingpodcast.com/HD Speed. This is not a sponsored post, but I wanted to make it easy for you guys to try. Autodetailingpodcast.com/HD Speed will redirect you directly to buy that for the cheapest price I could find online, and the fastest shipping. So go check it out. And again, let me know your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and tell me anything that I've missed, because I'm open for learning. This is a two-way street to learn, but I hope you guys make some extra money with that. See you on the flip side.
Today's sponsor of the show is Bluehost. Bluehost offers domains and hosting. If you're looking at buying a domain name or hosting your current domain name, head on over to autodetailingpodcast.com/website. I've worked out a deal with Bluehost for special discounts and offers for Auto Detailing Podcast listeners, and it also helps me out too. Gives me a little bit of kickback for each one of you that sign up through that website, autodetailingpodcast.com/website, where you can get a free domain name with a hosting plan. So head on over to autodetailingpodcast.com/website and pick up that free domain with any hosting package. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Auto Detailing Podcast. Head on over to autodetailingpodcast.com for full show notes and links of everything that we've talked about today. And don't forget to check out our resources page for a direct link to all the products talked about not only on today's episode, but that I use in my day-to-day detail business. They have direct links so you can purchase and get free shipping right from that page. That's autodetailingpodcast.com. We'll see you on the next episode.